LA Rams, what's good? LA Rams, what's good? You ready? Let's go. It's Mike Let's Nice. Go. Come on. This is the Rams house. Whose house? Rams house. Whose house? My team, my house. This is whose team? My team. Whose team? My dream, my team.
Ramily. Post-game show, Ramsaholic. Big win for our Rams, 26-25. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe, like, share. If you're a returning member, appreciate you. Let's get right into it. So, the Rams win a thriller at MetLife. I was actually at this game. Want to firstly say kudos to the Giants fans. It was a great atmosphere for both sides. Respect. No issues between the two fans of each team. Actually, after the game, a gentleman sat next to me, shook my hand. He was a Giants fan. There was thousands of Rams fans in attendance. Good to see. I was able to meet Jake Ellenbogen, biggest Rams content creator out there. Met a lot of Rams fans from Twitter. It was a great time, great experience. Weather was not as cold as I thought, but definitely cold enough to need a ski mask and all that. But overall, just happy with the experience, the environment, and then, of course, the Rams win. So can't be mad at that. So let me start with the bad from this game. I think this is something that I'm always talking about. Special teams. Not only with Lucas Haversick, it's just the punt team is doing horrible, whether we're allowing teams to block punts, whether we're letting teams run back punts. It's getting a little ridiculous. And yesterday, the special teams cost us 9 points, 2 missed extra points, and a kick return. Punt return. You got to really nip that in the butt. Ethan Evans, very good punter, doing his job. But, this is going against his yardage because we're allowing teams to score. We let the Ravens win on a game-winning punt return. And now the Giants just could have really have beat us because that punt return gave them life. The stadium just came to life after that. And super poor tackling on our part. Super poor tackling. You got to fix that up. You cannot go into the playoffs with special teams this bad. This special teams unit is actually the 6th worst unit in NFL history. It's remarkable that we're over 500, let alone 2 games over 500. Only one other team was able to go 9-7, the 2010 San Diego Chargers, with such a bad special teams unit. But they didn't win the Super Bowl, right? With the Phillip Rivers, LaDainian Tomlinson, Antonio Gates. Great offense, but they weren't able to win it. Special teams could really affect games, especially when you're playing against better teams. Not taking anything away from the Giants at all. I think that defense plays very well. The offense has been the issue all season. 32nd in points scored. Most sacks allowed. The defense has done its part. They have a fierce defensive line. A'Shawn Robinson yapping pre-game to Kyron Williams, to Ernest Jones. I was like, who's 91? And I was like, oh, that's A'Shawn. I was surprised. Guess he really wanted this win. Let's look at some of So the Rams really had a trap game going here. San Francisco next week, long break after a Thursday night game beating the Saints up pretty good until they made a late push, which has been the case lately. Um, Rams were in control of this game. 3 turnovers is very costly, especially on the road in December against a hungry defense like that with Tyrod Taylor, Saquon Barkley. They definitely have the weapons outside of the offensive line. You don't ever want to do that. Thankfully, the 3 turnovers led to only 6 points, but that's still 6 points that we probably could have scored on. Um, Stafford, though, through it all, he's a guy that you could count on after an interception to come back and throw a touchdown, which did happen after his first interception. Went back down, big drive. Puka Nakua made big catches on that drive, and then it ends with Cooper Kupp scoring. And then, the Rams are up. It's a 14-7 game with the ball back, with time on the clock. Really looking like we could have put some more points on the board before the half. Stafford throws a nice pass to Demarcus Robinson, who gets some yak going, but he fumbles. Um, that fumble ended up leading to 3 points, making it a 14-10 game going into the half, with the Giants getting the ball to start the half. Thankfully, Aaron Donald was able to get a sack on their first possession to give us the ball back. We drive down the field. Kyron Williams does what Kyron Williams does and punches it in the end zone. 20-10, missed extra point by bum Lucas Haversick. I want to quickly, not to get sidetracked too much, but I was watching him kick. Because I was an hour early, and he was kicking from the opposing 40-yard line. I know that now we're letting him kick off, which wasn't the case. Evans was typically kicking off. I guess we're just trying to get him more confidence kicking that ball more. He should not be doing that. This guy needs to be kicking field goals 24/7 from the 20-yard line, which I think is like, even that. I don't really have a trust in this guy, obviously, if he missed 2 extra points. But he was missing pre-game kicks, wide right or wide left. Like, he has the leg, we get it, but he has no accuracy. One of the worst accuracies I've seen, and he is definitely the worst starting kicker in the NFL, even worse than Mason Crosby. Just gonna put that out there. Reason why third and fourth downs now are more different for us. We're going for it on fourth and shorts. We did yesterday, throw it to Puka. It was ruled a catch and then overturned because it hit the ground. But situations like that, if we had a Matt Gay, you easily just kick the field goal. So now we're really in a situation with this kicker where we have to go for it in situations where you could just take 3 points. I mean, it's going to make us super aggressive, but could hurt us when we need those points against top end teams like Dallas, Detroit, San Francisco. If you consider Philadelphia still a top end team, them as well. And in the playoffs is a different monster. We all know that. Um, so the Rams, they're up 20-10. And then we allow them to get right back in the game. Before you know it, it's a 2019 game. And we got the ball, big possession, up 1 point. They also did miss an extra point with Mason Crosby. But you're up a point. And Kyron Williams just makes a huge, I think a 30-yard run, touchdown, gives the ball to his mom. So now I'm feeling better. It's another missed extra point. So instead of being up 8, we're up 7. And then it's just back and forth. We stop them twice. And then this is when the punt happens. And they run it back. Number 80 on the Giants. Kudos to you, man. Like, I thought you were down. Yeah, everyone surrounding you, grabbing you, and you were able to fight it off and score, hit the sideline, running it. And MetLife was rocking at that point, and then they kick the extra point to tie it, and then there's encroachment on the Rams. So instead of tying it, now the Giants are going to go for the two. And at this point, I'm super nervous. I'm getting whiplashes of just choke times we've all seen. We just released Mason Crosby, and I was just having just flashbacks. Um, so they go for the 2 point conversion. Instead of running it, they pass. Tyrod Taylor boots it out right. Has Saquon Barkley open in the flat. He throws it behind him. No good. Rams up 1 point. um, 26-25. And we got ball back. And this is when Isaiah Simmons gets that big sack on Stafford. So when Stafford said hike, there was nothing he can do. He just had to go down, take the hit. Kyron Williams did take the rap on it. A lot of people thought it was Havenstein's fault. Anyways, it happened. And now we're punting it again to the Giants. Big thing that happened on this punt was there was a hold or legal touch to the face on the Giants. So instead of having the ball close to the 50, they were closer to the 40, 35, making it harder. With no timeout, over a minute left, Tyrod Taylor ends up taking a huge quarterback sneak, getting it into Rams territory, getting them pretty close to field goal range. He spikes the ball. Then Saquon Barkley runs, gets nowhere, actually loses a yard or two. And then they go to pass, no completion. So now it's time to send Mason Crosby out there on a 4th down. I think it was a what? Let me see. Mason Crosby missed field goal. 54-yarder. All right, yeah, it was a 54-yarder. I mean, that's hard regardless. And there was actually fans that thought he made it. So when you're there live, every angle depends. And you're wanting it to go in so bad that some fans were cheering. So I was like, what? That looked like it was off to left. And then see the refs no good. I just grabbed my uncle, give him a hug, man, like, yes, let's go. Wow. What a way to win. Huge game. We needed it. I mean, we've been in win mode now since the bye week, and we've only lost one time to the Ravens. Huge win for us there. The Giants, man, they put up a hell of a fight. Their defense really brought it. There was times where we really couldn't get anything going on the ground, but, the Rams stuck with the run and were able to get some big runs going. Stafford didn't have his best game with those 2 interceptions on some overthrows, and just rather get those out of the way now. As I said, the kicking unit is horrible. So let's look at the snap. So the Rams win 26-25. Ramily. It's Rams versus 49ers week, so I'll be doing some Rams Niners collabs. NFC West show tomorrow, Tuesday, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'm going to try to bang out some content this week for you guys. This is my last week off before I go back to work. So everyone, take care of yourself, take care of your loved ones. I'm your boy Ramsaholic, and I'm out.